What is the deal, y'all? JR to AR, and we are back with Colorblind Conversations. It's been a minute. I know. Give me a break. Been taking care of real life. We about to open the Colorblind studio down in San Diego. I really want to tap in with the city, give a outlet and a space where other creatives can come collaborate on as many huge projects as possible. But more on that later. Today I'm sitting here with someone I've been tapped in with for a minute. Great comedian, cold ass rapper, been putting in time for years now. And now he has a project coming out very, very soon. My boy, K. Johns the General. What is the deal, my boy?
What's the deal, gang?
Coolin'.
Appreciate you for having me.
It's nothing. Like I said, like right before we turned the cameras on, like I try to be real particular with who I bring on my platform.
Right.
Because if I just like have this shit a revolving door for everyone, it kind of like defeats the purpose.
Right. No, you're going to wash yourself out for sure.
I'm going to wash myself out. I'm going to have views like that are way lower, right next to something that's actually moving.
Nah, for real.
It just won't look right.
It don't look good. Nah, for real.
So like my first question is like, when it comes to your brand, like how do you decide who you're going to work with? Whether it's like a podcaster, a videographer, another artist, like.
Honestly, that shit just got to be genuine. So it's like, if I don't fuck with it, whether it's an artist, a platform, podcast, or whatever it is, like if I don't fuck with it genuinely, then 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to do it. Like 10 times out of 10 shit, honestly, because I just don't, it's not a forced thing. Like it's not nothing that I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, create no image or none of that shit like that. So if it's nothing that I fuck with genuinely, especially music, I don't do features. I ain't did too many features for that particular reason. Like, because if I don't, you know what I'm saying, if I don't like that shit, there's no point in me I'm gonna have to force myself to get comfortable doing whatever it is that I'm doing. So I just be choosy with it just to be selective. And, you know, like you said before, we was turned the cameras on, quality control, for sure.
Have you been in a situation where someone's like, "Hey, K. John, you my nigga, right? And I got my little loc over here, bro. And that little nigga cold. I just need you to lay something for him, bro. I just need you to lay a quick little 8, bro. I don't even need a 16, bro." And then like, is it kind of like hard for you to walk that line of like doing what you want to do and like looking out for the homie? Like, how do you navigate situations like that?
Before I even start making music, I was always known to be like an asshole. So niggas already know, like,
don't waste your time.
Yeah, they already know. It's like it ain't gonna slide with me too easy anyway. So niggas already like they gonna ask somebody to ask me before they just come ask me. You feel me? So it'd be like that. Niggas know. I ain't gonna say it like that to make it seem like a bad thing. But you know, niggas respect it. So
you just ain't on that type of time.
Yeah, like I don't waste my time, bro. Like it's just like that. Like I'm not gonna waste your time, so don't do it to me type shit.
I respect the fuck out of that.
For real.
Well, let's get straight to it, bro. Like first, you're doing rapping, you're doing comedy. Which is more your passion right now?
Honestly, bro, music is my passion, but I'm just naturally a comedian. Shit, I'm just anybody that know me outside of music know that I'm funny, like naturally. I'm gonna have you laughing all day.
Your reels have me rolling, and them shits be going up, bro.
No, for sure. Yeah, that shit was on accident though. I ain't gonna lie. And just because I'm naturally funny, a lot of people, you know, that's on my team or around me and shit, they used to be telling me like, get on TikTok, and I used to be like, I used to be over that shit because I never was on the app myself. You feel me? So eventually I got on that shit, and like the first little TikTok I made, that shit went crazy. So I'm like, fuck it. It was helping my Instagram grow as well. So I'm like, shit, you know, it'll be dumb for me not to do it.
What was your first skit? What was the first shit you put together for TikTok?
It was like a little mashup of like me and one of my first cars, and then me and a newer car that I got type shit. It was like a little mashup. It wasn't even no funny shit. It was just like a little regular little. I just seen a little trend going on TikTok, and I just copied that shit, put my own little videos in it, and shit. That shit just went crazy. I'm like, fuck it.
That's the crazy thing with TikTok too. Like you can just like hop on a trend or like play with a sound. Never like the super inflated sound, but something that's like bubbling.
Yeah, for real.
You can really strike fire out of nowhere.
For real, I'm telling you, like. And when you say strike fire, that shit'll really hit. Like, and it's going crazy everywhere. And depending on how you, and that's what I'm learning now. Like, depending on how you structure the TikTok, as far as like what sounds you use, what effects you use, and shit like that, that's what's going to determine how you gonna build the rest of your shit. You might tag your Instagram in the caption, or you might use your own song on the sound on top of another sound so that they can click that motherfucker. And you know what I'm saying? It just builds streams, and it just all just, you know.
Has it been a tricky process learning how to navigate the fans or the viewers from one platform to another, whether it be your Instagram, your music?
Kinda. It's like it's hard to, because when people follow you, especially if you go viral for something, when they following you for that one thing that you went viral for. So it's like they not gonna follow you expecting you to do other shit. They not gonna follow you. If they follow you for some funny shit, they want to see funny shit all the time. They don't want to see you dropping music. They don't want to see you. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to see you doing other shit. So that's kind of where where it's difficult at, like where it kind of get difficult. But it's like, if you know how to use, like I said, if you know how to structure the content that you dropping as far as incorporating everything together, then the shit'll work eventually. You know what I'm saying? Because the more followers you got, it's just a numbers game after a while. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you just use your percentages and you play with that shit for real.
Nah, facts. Paint a picture for me. Like, where were you when you first got on the content tip? Like, what year was it? Like, where were you at that point in life?
As far as like the TikTok shit?
Yeah.
That shit was probably like shit. Pandemic type shit, like a little bit after pandemic for real. I ain't gonna lie, like I just, some bored shit type shit, some bored type shit for real. And then it was like, okay, once I seen it start, generating traction and attention towards my pages and shit, I'm like, I could use this to my advantage. You know what I'm saying? The people that was on the outside looking in, they like, you should use that. You should post your music on there. And I'm like, damn, you right. Like, so I started trying to, figure out ways to incorporate it in.
And how long had you been doing music before you got onto the entertainment tip?
I probably been doing music shit like 5, 6 years now. So, and I've been doing a little TikTok shit for probably like 2 years, a year or two now. So, do the math type shit. I was doing music for sure a while before I started doing the TikTok shit.
Do you remember what you were listening to back then? Because when I think of like 2017, 2018, like 5, 6 years ago.
What was I listening to?
Yeah, for me, it was a lot of like Catchy. It was a lot of Jeezy. It was a lot of Drake.
I ain't gonna lie. They shit was smooth, but I wasn't really listening to it like that. I'm a big Nipsey fan, so I always been listening to Nip shit for real. But I don't know, other than Nip shit, I don't know what I was listening to back then for real. I've been listening to that niggas. So I listen to for
religiously. You sound like my older brother.
On the real, like that's all I've been. You feel me? Up until we ain't getting no new music, so I listen to his old shit. But especially at that point in time, I was listening to Nip heavy. Which
tape resonated with you the most? Because I know that can change with artists as you get older and you start to appreciate different shit.
You talking about Nipsey shit?
Yeah,
the Marathon for sure. The Marathon, because I was in high school. That's what really put me like. I learned about him. Bullets Ain't Got No Names, Volume 2. For real, like I ain't gonna say Volume 1, Volume 2 is when I really like got put on to him and started really like listening, you feel me? But then the Marathon, that shit hit me like a Mack truck. I ain't gonna lie, that motherfucker, because I was in high school, you know what I'm saying? That's like a pivotal moment in your life, you know what I'm saying, as a man for sure. Like because you 10 years and you finna start growing, you know what I'm saying, maturing more and shit. So nigga, the Marathon for sure, that was like my Bible, bro. No cap.
Damn, that's really interesting. You were listening to a lot more like profound and like thoughtful shit than a lot of people were listening to at like 17, 18.
And then I say Wiz too. I was listening to Wiz back then heavy. I'm a big Wiz fan. So Wiz, yeah, I was listening to Wiz, Currency, you feel me? Drake, I fuck with Drake. So I was listening to his shit, but mostly Nip and Wiz for sure. Those are my top two, especially around that time.
I feel like Wiz was influencing my style more than anything. Like he wasn't my favorite rapper around that time. For me, it was more like Tyler. I wasn't more into like the Tylers, the Rockies, the Joey Badasses, shit like that. Yeah. But Wiz just had that sauce, bro. Like,
yeah, for sure.
Especially coming out of the jerking movement, you see someone fucking from the East Coast, tatted up, almost looking like he from the jerking movement, keeping the skinny jeans alive, but putting the Chuck Taylors
and shit.
Smoking dope.
On the real.
Songs like On My Level, bro.
Yeah,
like,
nah, he was hard, bro. I'm telling you, I used to watch his little vlog series, like a little day-to-day vlog series. Bro. Yeah, and that shit used to really have me like, that shit inspired me to rap, no cap. Like other than me rapping as a little nigga, that shit inspired me to, I'm like, I want to do that with my friends. Like I want to be able to do some shit like that. I want to have my family out living their life with me, you know what I'm saying? And yeah.
Nah, he's the one who inspired me to do studio vlogs with artists. Because I have a series, I don't know if you saw it on my channel, called Locked In.
Okay.
And pretty much we sit there in the lab with an artist and watch the whole construction of a record.
Okay.
And all the little nuances in between, whether it's them like buying a whole pint and pouring it into a gallon, or doing donuts in front of the studio, or maybe they arguing with one of their bitches on the phone. Like all those little like subtle moments that make it real, like those are the moments that I appreciate most.
Right,
So, like,
right.
I always go back to, because I'm like, yo, that's damn there a time in history, because we really showing the atmosphere it took to create that energy for that song.
No, for sure. And that shit is necessary too. You need the energy. Sometimes I like to go to the studio by myself.
You're not one of the niggas who's like, yo, we going to the stew, got a 12-hour, I need like 4 bitches.
Nah, for sure not bitches. I might have some of the homies pull up. Like, I have my boys pull up just so I can have listening ears and criticism and shit. The ones that are gonna say something, because a lot of niggas just be yes men in the studio. I don't like that. So if you one of those type of niggas, you're not coming to my session, because I don't want you there falling asleep. I don't want you there. I need you to be putting in the pot if you in that motherfucker. You feel me? And we gonna be getting high. We gonna be drinking. It's gonna be a time. You feel me? And it might be some bitches there, but they not gonna. I'm not entertaining them. I'm there to work. You feel me? But if y'all are there, it's all gonna be to, include into the vibe, like you said. Like, it's, I need niggas. I need to see if this shit hot, if this shit weak. Tell me. I'm not the type of nigga. I'm not gonna argue with you. None of that. I need to know,
because you want to be looking at a nigga funny if he says, yo, this shit goes, and then you drop it, and everyone's like, yo, you could have held on to this one or something.
For sure. Tell me. I'm not gonna argue with you. Everything ain't gonna be a hit. Let me know. I could have said something different. I could have. You know what I'm saying? And I might use it, I might not use it, but I'm for sure not gonna get offended by it, you feel me? So it's like, that type of shit is necessary, but all the big ass parties and all that, I'm not with that.
And niggas always want to be a part of, you know what I mean? Niggas want to be on stage, they want to be on the tour bus, but they don't understand, like, if you structure your shit right, you telling an artist to change a syllable so that his cadence is a little bit tighter, bro, you can get a credit on that record. You could have something to show to yourself. Instead of just talking to bitches and be like, oh, I know K. Johns. You could pull up Spotify and be like, yo, I got a credit on one of his records.
Facts. And I'm that type of nigga, in the studio, for sure.
You know what I mean?
I'm that type of nigga. I want everybody to, you feel me? I want everybody to get a piece. So I want to put you on the credits. I want you to be included into the ideas for the videos and promo or whatever shit like that. That's the point. You know what I'm saying? It's a team. It's a team effort for sure. So yeah.
Like, when I first moved here from San Diego, right? I was just selling weed. I had family up here who was growing and shit. And I'm not going to say the name of the artist, but I was sitting here with a 2019 XXL freshman, like the year that they became a XXL freshman.
Okay.
And we're sitting here over at BET weekend. Next day, fucking Justin Bieber's producers come in, laying down some references and shit. And eventually I had to fall back, because I'm sitting here and I'm just like, okay, this guy is an A&R for Ethica. This guy is a publicist for New York Times. This guy is the CEO of Warner. Like, what the fuck business do I have being here besides selling weed?
Right.
Like, I provide no utility. It makes no sense. I have no reason to justify me being in this room. And mind you, this was like 2019. So it's like before I had anything really going. I didn't have a podcast. I wasn't managing artists yet. But I had the foresight to know, like, if I want to be in rooms like this, I want to be able to contribute.
Facts. And a lot of niggas don't have that mentality. That's the cold part about that. A lot of niggas want to be in there and take pictures and post that they there and show everybody who they with and all that lame ass shit. That's weird, because you wasting your time and they time.
Exactly.
You feel me? Like, so you for sure wasting your time. You ain't gonna be really wasting their time, because they're gonna be working. You feel me? But you wasting your time, especially if you're not bringing nothing to the table. Find somewhere or something that you can do so that you can bring something to the table. Like you said, you could be a utility. If you're not useful, you're useless. And I always say that shit to myself. I remind myself that every day. You know what I'm saying?
It'd be beyond useless, bro, because if a nigga's just taking up dead space, he's gonna get bored, and then he's gonna get into a situation. Now you went from useless to a liability.
To a problem, for sure. And that's the worst thing, to be a fucking liability. You know what I'm saying? You want to be a motherfucking utility. Like,
take a nigga on tour, he want to crash out, fight niggas in a different state where you ain't got no blower. No. Yeah. Nigga want to like argue with bitches outside the club. Like, no, you're adding more problems than I would have had before you came. Man. You feel me?
I move militant, man. I don't play that shit. Like, you feel me? And just out of respect, the people that I be around, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, we all move the same. So even if niggas is playing, when it's time to program, we on that for sure. Like, you feel me? It's militant movement, because niggas is not. I'm not trying to lose friends. I'm not trying to have no mistakes where it was a shoulda, coulda, woulda situation and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, nigga, be on point, or you can't come around. You know what I'm saying? It's simple.
I think more people need to hear that, man.
No, for sure. It's a thing about how you was raised too, though. You know, a lot of niggas don't know no better. A lot of niggas, they only know how to crash out or be reckless and be the center of attention in a bad way. You know what I'm saying? That's all niggas know. Niggas ain't been told nothing else. So,
but I feel like a lot of the time it's like they might be out of that because they have an opportunity that can change their life. But because they're such a solid nigga and they want to look out for the people they grew up with, they keep those people around when those people haven't conditioned themselves to handle these situations correctly.
But at the same time, you brought these people around. So as the person that's bringing them around and as the leader per se, you got to be the one to speak up and navigate them in the right direction or cut them off. As a leader, that's part of your role.
You've met a ton of artists.
For sure.
Haven't you noticed, not every artist, but there's quite a healthy amount that kind of have like codependency problems? Like they ain't stepping outside unless it's 20 niggas.
Oh, yeah.
They're not.
Oh, yeah.
Doing certain things unless they gang.
That's why a lot of niggas join gangs. And not even just in LA. You know what I'm saying? Just anywhere. That's why niggas join gangs. That's why niggas join the army. That's why niggas go to college and join a frat. That's why niggas join a football team.
Because they want that sense of unity.
They want to be a part of something. I don't blame them, but you got to know what you're being a part of, and you got to know, like we said earlier, the role that you're going to play, what you're going to bring to the table. So find the best spot for yourself and insert yourself into that. And don't insert yourself until you are ready. You know what I'm saying? Don't just put yourself in some shit just because you want to be a part of something, because then now you're going to look like a quitter, because now you quitting out a bunch of shit because you never really want to do it. You just want to be a part of something. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's when it's not genuine. It's not authentic at that point. So now you losing, you wasting time again. You back to that step. You wasting your time. You wasting the people time around you because you're going to quit eventually. So they invested their time into trying to make you or form you or help you and guide you and shit, and you quit and you went to go do something else. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, I don't know, shit. Niggas gotta read more.
You really seem to understand the value of time.
Oh, no, for sure. For sure. This shit is not, I mean, time ain't even a thing, but we ain't got a lot of this motherfucker. That's in my mind, you know what I'm saying? The time is is just a gauge to keep you in track.
Was there ever a time where your discipline wasn't as strong as it needed to be, and then you took a step back and you're like, yo, I'm wasting time? Because it seems like you seem like the type of person who might have learned through an experience where you're just like, yo, now I need to go double time.
Well, I played football all my life, so I
You went to college and shit?
Yeah, for sure. So I started playing football when I was like 7. So I kind of always, and I played quarterback, so I just always been, you know, structured in that manner to where it's like, I hate to use the word program, but I just always been, you know, an objective person.
A lot of people don't have that type of discipline. They're not as goal oriented, and it shows. Like, it always blows me away when I see an independent artist and they don't drop for like 18 months, 2 years. It's like, why the fuck not? Like, I get it. You're probably making money outside of music, but you have nothing constraining you. Like, a lot of people think that they should just drop once a year, every 2 years, because it's the shit to do. No, these artists aren't doing that by choice. It's because they have to get it approved by the label. Then they got to get the artwork approved by the label. Then they have to take 3 songs off because their budget couldn't afford the samples. Like, then they got to submit all the records. Then they got to go on a whole press campaign.
Because they in the studio every day.
Yeah.
And if they want to, I mean, if they could drop music, they would. Because they making music for show. And that's like, I got a studio at home, and that's why I know that, and I think of shit like that. So I go and I try to make at least a song a day, or at least an idea, or a skeleton, or a hook or some shit. I try to create something every day just because I know somebody else is working. Like, it's like, fuck, I can't let them pass me up. Even if they are ahead of me, in my mind, it's just like, shit, I'm competing. I'm still racing. Like, you feel me? So especially nowadays, it's like, shit, you could pay Distro Kid, you could play one of these platforms and you can drop all fucking year. You can drop a song every day for real.
That's what the fuck I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
The power's in your hands.
I done watched a couple interviews and I done learned from a couple different artists, and it's like, if you look at these songs like properties or like investments, each song you drop is gonna bring in revenue. So it's like, why drop one project or one song a year? It's like you, I don't know, shit.
Especially as an independent, 'cause like you said, it's like properties, right? Sure. And the more streams you have coming in, the more records you have coming in, especially projects. You're building your catalog. You're building your overall equity. Mm-hmm. So since you don't, and you own 100% of your equity, you are the primary and sole shareholder. So since you're in that very powerful position, I don't see why you wouldn't capitalize it and keep building your brand worth. Like, I always tell niggas, oh, these labels handing me some shit ass deals, because bro, it's all math. They put your numbers into a fucking machine. They project how much you're going to make over the next 36 months to 60 months. And then they give you a number that they think will suffice for what.
Right. What you going to bring in.
Exactly, bro. And if your numbers aren't what you think you deserve, raise your own equity. It's not them trying to hoe you. It's, like I said, it's fucking math. Because there's some random kid in Wichita, Kansas who's streaming 20 times better than you on SoundCloud.
No cap.
Bro.
No
And they're
cap.
probably handing in the same fucking deal. So, yeah, I think a lot of people be impatient and just jumping into shit.
Yeah, they see motherfuckers. Like, it's hard when you on Instagram, too, and you see motherfuckers becoming overnight successes and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That shit is... It'll fuck your mind up when you chasing the same dream that they chasing, and that shit just happen like that for them. You know what I'm saying? So it's for sure gonna put you in a position where you want to rush your process, but everybody's shit is different, bro. You know what I'm saying? And one thing I learned from Nip is like, you can go and you never want to be in a position of asking for a deal. You want the deals to come to you so that you know that you have a worth. You have something to... It's a deal. You can make a deal now. But if you going and you asking for something, they could throw you whatever the fuck they want to throw you.
Yeah, you came to them. You have no negotiation
You have no
power.
leverage. You have nothing to offer. You have nothing to... You know, it's just like a lot of niggas be, I need a manager. I need a team. I need this. I need this. You have
I
nothing
need a manager should be killing me, bro.
You
Okay.
have nothing to manage. What the fuck are they going to manage?
Exactly.
You got to build it up. You know what I'm saying? So that's some shit that I learned too. I had to learn that the hard way because I used to be one of those niggas. That's the cold part about it. But when I felt like I had something, but in my mind I was convincing myself that it wasn't. It was what it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? So I had to learn that too. So shit. It's just all a learning game, all the process, marathon.
Yeah, bro. And it's a marathon, not a sprint. Like, you got to go for the long haul. Like, Nipsey didn't start getting, like, mainstream recognition. I'm not talking about from the streets or, like, artists, because, like, niggas like Thug and Rick Ross and Lil Wayne
they
were
all
fucking
fucked with him for sure.
I'm talking about from, like, the Grammy committee and, like, Double XL giving him full 2-page spreads in their magazine. That shit didn't hit until, like, 2017.
Facts.
2018.
Facts. It took too long.
I wouldn't say it took too long. He was going in a different route where all he signed was that management shit with The Rock. So because you didn't have the major infrastructure around you, you just got to go at double time.
Right.
And like, there's outliers, yeah, like Chance the Rapper. People sleep on Chance and don't give him enough credit. That nigga, for an independent artist, did some crazy shit, bro. You got the Grammy committee to say, okay, we'll fuck with mixtapes now. Like, nigga, what? But like, yeah, niggas like him, niggas like Nipsey, like, bro, that shit did not happen overnight. It's all about garnering a core. What would you say the normal K. Johns fan is? Like, how would you describe your fan base right now?
I think the normal K. Johns fan right now is probably a female. For real.
Yeah.
Like all the females. But my core fan base that I'm probably aiming for, I'm not aiming for a core fan base, so let me not even say that. But right now, to answer that question, yeah, my main fans is probably the females, for real.
You know who I could see your core fan base being in a couple of years?
What's that?
Like my brother. My brother's like 38, and his favorite rapper was Nip. And you make music that's too substantive to me to like play for my 16-year-old cousin.
Right.
Because my 16-year-old cousin, he likes He Beezy. He loves R3 the Chili Man. He likes hearing about how you're going to slide on the ops and how he's going to make your bitch walk into Bank of America.
Right. And bring some money out.
Exactly, bro.
Right.
But I feel like you'll have the same fans as like a Blast. You're going to have those grown fans who will pay $50 for
Right.
like general admission ticket. You know what I mean? And
Cool
I feel like
players.
that's more longevity. You feel me? Like Rolling Stones didn't become the Rolling Stones from trying to appeal to the 17-year-old crowd their whole life. They just focused on making objectively good music, and your fans age with you. And they're always going to keep you around.
Yeah, for real. No, that's real shit quality.
And I wanted to applaud you on your last tape and this newest single, bro, because you have a lot of versatility. Like I was telling you outside, there's some beats where I'm like, yo, this is like a Kalen for real type beat. And this nigga's just cutting up, thugged out at his motherfucker over.
Right.
How do you come to your beat selection? Because I thought that was very interesting.
Shit, for real, I like music. Like if you ride in the car with me, you will hear a bunch of different type of shit. You gonna hear like shit. You might hear Lauryn Hill. You might hear, like I said, some Nip. You might hear some Blast. You might hear some fucking Heem Beezy. You might hear some Detroit shit. You might hear some, you feel me? I listen to music. I like music. Like, you feel me? I grew up around a lot of different music and shit. My mom, my pops and shit. So when I select beats, I just listen to what I like. You feel me? And if whatever come to my mind as far as the topic for the song or the idea for the song, I'm gonna put that shit on that beat. I'm not gonna really be like, oh, this is a trap beat or this is a beat for the girls or this is a beat. I don't look at it like that. I just kind of look at it like music. Like, I just use that shit as the platform to say what I want to say. Like, you know, so whatever I like is what I fuck with for real. I don't give a fuck if it's a hard ass techno beat. I gas that motherfucker.
Really?
On the real.
Has someone sent you any EDM shit you fucked with before?
If it's hard enough, nah, I ain't never got nothing sent to me. But if that motherfucker hard, if it got some bounce to it, if I can rap to it, if I like it enough to rap some shit to it, then I'm gonna fuck with it.
You know who Big Head is?
Nah.
He's the nigga who did a Gucci Game for Pump.
Oh, okay. No, I don't know who that is. I don't know that. But I know the song, but I don't know what that is, though.
Okay, yeah, I've been working with his team a lot on like some other shit. I'll tell you off camera, but
for sure.
I'll grab you a little something. Yeah. I want to see what you do with that shit.
For sure. I'm telling you, bro. I like to me this shit is, like I said, I play football, bro. So to me this shit is like a sport. So I want to be like, nigga, Wayne. So my top rappers is Wayne and Nip. You feel me? Wayne can rap on any fucking thing.
Bro, the dedication series.
He can rap on anything, bro. He could put the nigga on anything because he is a rapper. He really is a rapper, and he's talented at that. So when I think of this shit, I think of it like a sport. I want to be one of them niggas. I want to be one of them ones. You feel me? So it's like I want to be able to rap on anything. Like, so shit. If I like it, I'll be able to gas up for sure.
Have you ever done some like no ceilings or dedication shit where you just like take someone's beat and just like cut up on it?
Shit, I randomly drop like a freestyle on SoundCloud and shit, or like YouTube. SoundCloud, they always take my shit down. Depending on what beat it is, they always take it down. But I got a couple up there.
I feel like
right
those
now.
songs used to be some of my favorites back in the day, though. You know?
Yeah,
what I mean?
like for sure. Like that's the funnest shit to make because you're not really, it's no boundaries. You're not really like trying to make a song about a certain topic or another. You really just talking shit. Like you really just having fun on the beat.
And you're really just trying to show your skills because you know you're not going to get paid off it.
Yeah,
like
sure.
At that point, you just really flexing on it.
Yeah.
And I feel like there needs to be more of that. Just niggas showing that they can rap cold.
See, but niggas can't rap though. That's the
niggas can't rap and they don't have like a range. Like I said, you can rap over a bunch of different beats.
For sure.
Nigga, there is nothing on the Billboard Top 100 that is even remotely close to West Coast.
Nah, that's facts.
Nigga, so
that's the problem.
And I'll say this to the cows come home. I'll say this to any of my rapper friends. Until niggas get more diverse with their hooks, like they make solid hooks that white people sing back to themselves, and they play with their beat selection, we're gonna be like right here.
Facts.
And we're gonna stay right here.
Facts.
Because we kind of like do it to ourselves.
Mm-hmm. Niggas make music for art. We only make music for us.
Literally.
Yeah, we make music. But you gotta think about that. Where did the shit come from? You know, like where did hip hop? You know, it's not music in general, but where did hip hop come from? It was our thing. So it's kind of understandable, but at the same time, like you said, if you do want to reach certain heights, you gotta expand your. You know, so it's like me personally, I want to start off like that. I didn't want to get to a point to where it's like I'm making a certain sound of music and everybody expect that certain sound of music. So when I come out with some new shit, they like, oh my God. And it's like hard for them to take in because some people didn't like it or some people wasn't expecting it. Like me coming up, they gonna be like, oh, this nigga been rapping on any type of beat. Like, so it's not gonna be nothing. It's not gonna be
foreign.
Yeah,
you know
like
it's
gonna be like it's expected. So if I do a feature with a random ass artist, it ain't gonna be nothing crazy because I'm like, this nigga he be making music. So,
exactly. We've already heard him cite on some shit.
He an artist.
You know Baby Tron?
Yeah.
That's why I fuck with Baby Tron because he just be hopping on whatever, bro. I saw him flip a Shirley Temple sample.
Yeah, see, that's
and
hard.
Eat that shit up, bro. And it just shows like I'm a real rapper. I don't just stay in this little pocket. And like you said, especially in the West Coast, we try to appeal to us. Mm-hmm. And not even us. We try to appeal to niggas.
Yeah,
because LA is so diverse and gentrified. When I went to Blast Show, guess what race was the biggest race at the Blast Show?
I'm gonna assume Hispanic, probably.
Asians.
I would have never guessed
a lot of
that.
Lao, a lot of Filipino. That's because he makes a sound that is digestible to everybody. And because I used to drive Uber a lot, and Blast was someone I would play all the time because it's like I need something I can listen to, but I also need something that I can play for like the 60-year-old stockbroker in my back seat, or like the 8-year-old who I'm driving to school. Like, and Blast covers all them brackets, and I was like, okay, that's very telling. He's the only one getting these super mainstream looks. Like Blast was on Rick Ross' album, Blast was on Kendrick's album, and Blast was on Nas' album within 12 months. Nigga, like
that's versatility for sure.
Exactly, bro. And that's what I aspire and I hope for for the whole West Coast. That's why whenever I have any layups, like you can ask MCM, like I'll fucking hit up random West Coast niggas and be like, yo, I got a writing session for Lud Tyler. Like, let's work on a reference track. Or, yo, like, Ladiano, I need a beat for Youngboy. You know what I mean? Get niggas out of their comfort zone, because it's gonna take something like that to really bridge the gap. And I feel like niggas like OGZ working with all the Detroit niggas like Draco. Draco was doing really mainstream shit before he passed away. Like,
no, for sure.
If you look at
working with a lot of big artists and shit, Sweetie and fucking what's his name?
24 Karat Golden.
The Don Toliver.
Oh yeah, Don Toliver. Nigga.
Yeah, that's hard.
Bro got a Drake feature. Bro, he did a Spanish record.
See, I ain't know that.
It's
the Drake feature hard though. That's legend.
Bro, the Spanish feature is on his top 5 on Spotify. You ain't heard it, but it's on.
Stream that motherfucker too.
Stream the fuck out that shit, bro.
That's crazy.
Have you tapped into the Latin rap scene at all? Because Money Sign Suede was indisputably like top 5 new niggas coming out of the West.
Money Sign Suede, and there was one more.
Peso Lil Maru.
It was one more that was like Money Sign Suede. I can't think of his name, but around the time, like before he died and shit and went to jail and all that shit, I had started seeing him a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like pop up on my timeline and shit. And I was fucking with his sound. I ain't gonna lie. Other than like him and OGZ, I probably seen the most. But I ain't gonna say I'm really too tapped in, so I'm not gonna sit here and even lie. But those, I see them the most for sure. I went to an OGZ event not too long ago, as a matter of fact.
It's crazy to see him blow up. Like,
nah, what's crazy is, from what I can see, most of my fans are Hispanic. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of my fans that stream my shit, let me say that. And a lot of my fans that actually listen to my shit, they actually follow me, buy my merch and shit like that, are the Hispanic.
Because they support and they come in hordes. Bro.
Yeah, they support, bro. They don't have no it's no ego involved with they support. They don't expect nothing in return for the support. They genuinely fuck with it. So it's just like, we fuck with you, like, and I fuck with that, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Niggas are a lot more fickle, you know what I mean? Like, what have you done for me today? When was your last slapper? Like, oh, you ain't dropping 3 months?
Niggas want to benefit from that shit. They want to be able to post your shit and get attention from posting your shit. They want everybody to be like, ooh, you know him, or ooh, you listen to that? Ooh, yeah, I like that too. They want to be, you know, it's all about attention, bro. So
an association,
yeah,
bro.
That's all it is.
Because niggas want them bragging rights. Like, oh, I know so-and-so, I'm in them rooms.
That shit's so lame. And support is free. That's the fucked up part about it. So it's like motherfuckers will charge you for something that's free. And they charging you an arm and a leg for that shit. Like, damn, I just wanted a repost or a like or a comment. That shit don't take nothing from you.
It don't take no time. Like,
they
you ain't
want an arm and a leg.
burning a calorie.
They want your soul for that shit. They want you to bend over backwards for that shit. No cap. The black people, at least, I ain't gonna lie, and I love my black people, but
they're the hardest ones to support.
Well, shit, I ain't gonna lie. In LA, yeah, I can say that for LA, and I love my city, but yes, because Texas fuck with me. What you call it? New York fuck with me. Then, and this is based off of my numbers and my, you know what I'm saying, my algorithm and shit, based off of my social media platform and shit. They fuck with me for they don't have no, I'm not from there, you know what I'm saying, but my own city, other than like streams, it's hard. I mean, but that's known though, you know.
Niggas don't like buying shit.
Yeah, that's known.
Think about someone like Travis Scott. The reason Travis Scott is because he built a brand where he could sell $120 hoodie to a white guy. And then he's gonna buy 2 for him and his girlfriend.
Right.
You feel me?
Real shit.
And it's just like, if you don't have that branding so that you can surpass niggas, it's going to be very hard for you to really like
reach out them heights
and feel the love that they're giving. Cause you know what I mean? Like you said, Mexicans show their support more unconditionally.
For sure.
White people won't even question it. They're just like, fuck it, bro.
Right. Oh God. Hey,
you think you're hard as fuck.
Like you were saying about how Blast, like he like universal. That's the odd thing about like Drake too. Like, nigga, Drake, a kid fuck with Drake, grandmas fuck with Drake, moms fuck with Drake, the young bitches fuck with Drake, the niggas, you feel me? Like, he got everybody, like, for sure.
Yeah, so if Drake drops an EDM album and the niggas aren't jocking it, like, honestly, never mind. It don't fucking matter.
It don't matter,
because he spent 11 years making sure everybody fuck with him. So even if 85% of you don't fuck with him, that 15% gonna have me eating more than all these niggas, bro. How'd you tap in with Blue Bucks Clan? How'd that song come together?
through a mutual cameraman that we had. Shit, I was working with a cameraman at the time, and I kind of like I like heard one of their first couple songs, like their first few songs, LAX and all that shit they was dropping, and that shit was hot. That shit was sounding different. It was hot. So shit, I just tapped. I seen that my boy knew him, and one of the cameramans I was working with at the time, so I tapped in with him, and he tapped in with them type shit, and we linked up at the studio. And I played them a couple of songs. They was fucking with the song. Then I played the song that they got on, and they was fucking with that one. They went in the studio. They knocked that shit out. I mean, they went in the booth. They knocked that shit out real quick. And shit, I held on to the song for like a year.
That was smart.
Yeah, I didn't do it on purpose though. I just so happy. I just never dropped the shit, and I was on some shit like you were saying, like trying to drop music every once in a while and shit, or like. And then it's to be honest, bro, this shit not cheap, bro. So it's like I was at a point in time where I can only drop when I can afford it, shit, for real. You feel me? So, because I like to do my shit the proper way, I don't want to just put music out and be like, hey, go stream my music. Like, I want to drop the shit. I want to promote it. I want to, you know what I'm saying? So, I held on to that shit for a year, probably, and then I finally dropped that shit. And I so happened to drop that shit around the time that they was really start going up. Like, they had made one of their first, maybe I think they made they was making shit with Bino and shit. It was like before they really signed and all of that shit. But it was when they was buzzing in the city crazy. So the song was just going crazy. And shit. That motherfucker hit 1 million. For real. On SoundCloud.
No, I saw it. That shit's tough.
Yeah.
And that's one of my favorite tracks from you. Yeah. Still.
That's a song everybody like. A lot of it's crazy because that song, it been out for so long now that like a lot of people know that song and don't even know that it's by me type shit. Because the cover art, it ain't got our faces on it. We never shot a video. So, it's like people don't even know it's me, but.
You got to hit up that cameraman, homie, and be like, yo, we need to double back with that visual.
Yeah, on the real.
Yo, a video can bring a track back to life from far as fuck. Bro, I've seen that multiple
That's facts, too. And it'll be cold because that shit'll really like you said, it'll bring the whole song back. Motherfucker already got 1 million streams, so it's gonna go up again.
Yeah, that was a quick little double up, bro.
On the
real. Who are you planning to work with in the future? Like anyone you prospecting, anyone you got some unreleased with in the vault?
Lately I've been trying to get my producer game up as far as like working with like, cause I got my in-house producers that I work with like on a daily basis, but then I've been just trying to like network with bigger producers and shit. Artist wise, as far as features, I ain't really been prospecting nobody like that. I just be peeping like, shit I see, certain artists I might see and shit. But shit, the features that I want, I know I want niggas like, I want a Herb feature, I want a Mozzie feature, I want Blast, I fuck with Blast. Shit. I don't know. I like shit like Summer Walker. I like Summer Walker, nigga. Like I like motherfucking, I don't know, bro. I want features. I want big features. So it's like I'm just trying to work until I get to that point. You know what I'm saying? To where I can get in those rooms.
Real music. You said her, Summer Walker.
Yeah, I fuck with I like those. That's what I be listening
People would not expect a street nigga like you to be having her in his playlist.
Yeah, no, I be listening to real music, bro. I like if that shit sound good, I'm gonna listen to it. I'm not no extra. The nigga come from the streets, but I'm not no fucking super tough. I don't think I'm the toughest nigga in the world. That shit lame to me. I'm a cool nigga. Like, so if I like it, I'm listen to it. If I fuck with it, I'm gonna wear it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not.
I like that you're not too niggered out to admit that you have a playlist to play around your bitch. You know what I mean?
Oh, nah, you a weirdo if you don't got no songs for the girls.
Yeah, a lot of niggas just be acting like they take a bitch home and be smacking a Frosty and shit, trying to set the vibe.
Nigga nigga riding around with his bitch listening to drill music, you crazy. Like, and don't get me wrong, nigga gonna play, it might pop up, you might play that shit because you might be in that mood, but 90% of the time, if you ain't got no smooth shit for the bitches, they not gonna want to be in the car with you.
And if they are, that's a red flag, bro. If a bitch asks me to play King Von, I'm like, yo, what niggas you been fucking with
on the
recently?
real, who you been around? Because what the fuck? Like, I'm not even on that right now.
That's automatically gonna make me think you hit banks with niggas or some shit, bro. Like King
I like
Von,
me a
bro.
bitch like that, I ain't gonna lie.
Okay, on that question, what do you look for in a female? Besides over a 650 credit score.
Shit, that bitch gotta have a 7. I ain't gonna lie, niggas.
Talk to him.
We dealing with. To ask my boy, we dealing with good credit scores over here. Niggas out, we ain't. Come on, man. Nah, but on some real shit. My main thing is loyalty and support. Because it's a crazy world outside. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially dealing with the internet and shit. And then outside, it's just a crazy world. So I want to be able to feel, you know, comfort from my girl and you know, just be loyal and shit. I ain't got to worry about you doing weird shit, especially nowadays with all the different angles you got from niggas trying to get you or just the society trying to get at you. You feel me? It's just, my bitch got to be strong-minded, got something going on for herself. You know what I'm saying?
Like, hold you down when times get tough. That nigga Kendrick said, when shit hit the fan, are you still a fan? And I thought that was some of the realest shit. Cause it's easy to be around niggas when shit's sweet.
When shit popping.
When niggas spending money, niggas going out, niggas got bitches around. That's the easiest time to be kicking it.
Right.
Say that nigga gets in a divorce. Say that nigga loses his kid and has to make these alimony payments. Say this nigga can't go outside like that anymore. You still gonna be banging his line, or you still gonna like?
Nah, niggas disappear for sure. But that's why I said loyalty is my main thing. Like, if a motherfucker ain't loyal from a female to my friends to my family, I'm not fucking with you. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I could love you. I could love somebody from a distance easily. Like, that's not a problem with me because you gonna hurt me more than you gonna help me being disloyal. You know what I'm saying? So that shit dangerous.
No, facts. And I've learned over the years, because I've had niggas do me dirty, bro. From like kick doors to cutting me out of like $50,000 plays, like wild shit. And one thing I've learned is just like, you always gotta notice like, when was it undeniable that they didn't have your best interest at all? When was it indisputable through their actions they weren't fucking with you? And how long did you have to pull out before they even had a chance to play you? And then I had to take a level of accountability, like, oh, I did rock with this long enough for us to be in a position where they could hold me out of some money, or I did put myself in a position
when you seen the signs.
Exactly. Yeah,
and
then
for sure.
I'm not listening to my better interest. I'm trying to be a solid nigga.
Be a solid nigga on the real.
And that shit'll bite you in the ass 8 out of 10 times, bro.
One thing I learned is when a motherfucker show you their true colors, believe it. Straight up. I don't give a fuck who it is. I don't care if it's your parents. When a motherfucker show you their true colors and how they feel about you, because they actions speak louder than words. I could tell you all day I love you, but if I'm not showing you that, then I don't fucking love you. Period. It's no way around it. So when they show you their true colors, take it for what it is. It's everybody not gonna be your best friend, your wife, or your husband. Everybody not gonna be that. So you gotta just know, you know, whether you a female or a nigga, like you gotta just know how to deal with people and just take shit for what it is. And everybody, I mean, everything can't be taken to heart. You feel me? So shit.
What's one lesson you've had to learn navigating through this music industry? Like one thing that you had to learn just through like
don't take everything to heart. Don't take everything to heart. Cause me, I'm the type of nigga, like I'd be like, damn, like I wouldn't have did that to you. You feel me? Type shit. Like, or a motherfucker hit you up and they say all these crazy shit they could offer or do for you and all of this shit, and then it don't really be what they say it was, and it's like you could have just never said nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? Like just don't take shit to heart, because I'll be in my feelings like, damn, like why you do some weird shit? Like I wouldn't have did no weird shit. Like
I thought we was cool. I thought we were actually
really be thinking about that shit. Like damn, like you know. But it's like I had to realize like shit is gonna happen. Everybody not a real person. Everybody not real. Like you feel me? So it's like me expecting everybody to be like me that's where I'm fucking up at. That's where I gotta hold myself accountable and just maneuver the right way. You feel me? So that shit is just, like I said, just learning that not to take everything to the heart.
No, I just had to let that sit for a second because that was some real shit.
On the real. Nah, you just, because nigga, this should have had you, if you be in your feelings, especially in this industry, like in the music, entertainment industry and shit, if you in your feelings fucking with these people, they frivolous. So it's like, the majority of people are frivolous. So if you banking on how they treat you or how they react to the shit that you tell them and shit like that, you're gonna be fucked up. You're gonna be
depressed every day.
Yeah, you're gonna be crazy, depressed, sad, mad, posting, having rants on the internet and shit. And
Mark,
I'm not doing that.
How many times have rappers flaked on a podcast? Once I've suited up, showed up, I'll get a bottle, I'll get some weed, I might get some gifts from other sponsors and shit, and they send me on a dry fucking run, and I had to sit on Sunset for an hour and some change just to get over here, bro. I would have been quit if I took that shit personally.
No, real.
There's one rapper, I'll tell you off camera, nigga, I tried to get in here 4 times, bro. And it's just like, the reason I kept rescheduling with him is because I've learned that for the majority, you're better than most. Rappers are terrible with time.
For sure.
They are horrible at scheduling their lives. they always have someone with them, whether it's a bitch or one of their friends, who has something they need to deal with on the way to the studio.
Right.
And if I personalize it and act like it's an attack against me, I'm going to ruin a relationship before it can even start.
Right.
So sometimes you just got to bite the bullet and really sit there and decide, am I willing to compromise
my personal
wants and like boundaries to how people should respect me as far as my time, my energy, what it may be, because of like the bigger picture.
Mm-hmm.
And especially in this music shit, like, I've had so many A&Rs and like label owners hit me up and they're just like, yo, I fuck with this artist you're messing with. We could really put you in a good position. Like you said, niggas will sell you a dream and then you don't hear that nigga for 4 or 5 months.
Man, gaslight.
It's just like, come on, bro. Why would you even plant the seed in my head?
That you window shopping.
Exactly, nigga. You trying to see if you perk my ears up.
Man, that shit be having me hot. I ain't gonna lie. But I had to, like I said, I had to learn and tell myself, like, nigga, you getting in your feelings for what? Like,
exactly.
You gonna run into this shit a lot. Like, this not the first time it's gonna happen. So it's like, what you getting in your feelings for?
No, exactly.
So it's just one of those type of situations.
Has anyone ever told you look like Tory Lanez from the side?
Man, go on my goddamn TikTok. You gonna see it all in my comments. I promise you. That's all they say, bro. That shit annoying. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie to you. And like I said on my Instagram, free Tory Lanez, but I look better than you, nigga.
You think he did that shit?
That ain't my business. I don't speak on nobody's case. Free my cousin though.
Bro, I think it's just such a weird situation because from the sound of it, everyone was too blacked out for any of their like statements to really be valid. They said that he ran through 7 bottles. Nigga.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't really tapped into the case, like as far as the details and shit like that. But from what I do know, I think that he tried to take the blame for that shit of what really happened. Like I think that Megan found out that they was fucking him and her homegirl.
Yeah.
And she started tripping, and the homegirl probably started tripping, and one of them tried to shoot the other, and he probably took the downfall for the shit because they're in a small confined space. So if somebody trying to shoot you, it's not gonna go as planned. There's no straight up direct shot, you know what I'm saying? So it's gonna happen to where we moving around tussling and shit, and somebody gets shot in a random ass spot, whether it's a shoulder, a hand, a fucking, you know what I'm saying? And that's why she got shot in her foot, because they were in the car tussling around with a gun and shit. And that's what I assume would have happened.
No, because half the time you hear about niggas catching strays, it's over some goofy ass shit. Yeah, it's not even like real spunk. It's like some completely avoidable shit.
Because if a motherfucker's shooting you, especially up close like that, you're gonna hit him in the somewhere vital. You know what I'm saying?
If you're right here and I'm trying to shoot you in your foot, bro, I'm blowing the fuck off your toe,
bro. So that's in my opinion though, and I'm not no motherfucking judge though. So
free Tory,
right? Free Tory, man.
Hey, that nigga was handling that case like a G the whole way through. Nigga wrote the whole album saying I didn't do that shit.
Shit, what else he supposed to do? Nigga finna go to jail. They know they watching. Might as well. They gonna stream the shit. They want to see what you got to say.
How to pay them lawyer fees somehow.
He's smart. I ain't gonna lie. One thing that I took from Tory Lanez, and it's crazy that they be saying I look like the nigga, because he was the first person to drop an album and sell it like through the NFT little shit.
Bro, that's the first time I heard about a fucking NFT.
Bro, I promise you.
I was like, what you mean Tory Lanez made $1 million in a minute? Man. Bro,
when he did that, I dropped onto my projects like that. And I sold a couple of them motherfuckers off through the NFT. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't making $1 million, but shit.
He was a trendsetter, bro. That's a smart Negro. Even before that, the quarantine radio, bro. Mm-hmm. Bro, Tory Lanez was the most lit nigga in America for the first 2 months of COVID.
Shout out to my nigga Ricky. Ricky was the first nigga to do the quarantine shows on Instagram live. No cap. He did that shit in LA. If you from LA, you know who Ricky is. That nigga started what it was called? Club Rona. My nigga started Club Rona. That shit went viral. That shit was all on Shade Room, all everywhere. So Tory Lanez, as being who he was, he took it and made it. You feel me? Of course, he got more popping with it, but my nigga Ricky started that shit for sure.
What's the craziest shit you saw in Club Rona?
Bitch was shaking her ass with the firework in her pussy. She had the firework coming out of her pussy. That motherfucker was burning and all that. The kid in the room, the mama in the room.
Not the kid in the room.
Bro, that shit was crazy. I swear to God. Crazy
Holy
shit.
Fuck.
The whole LA used to be in that motherfucker. We in that motherfucker giving tips and all type of shit. That's when everybody was EDD'd up and Cash App up, and everybody had the Cash Apps loaded. And
niggas from out of state don't know how the EDD era is. I be telling niggas, there were people I know with no job and poverty living on their grandma couch. got an apartment in Hollywood, already lost it, nigga. They ran through that 40 band so fucking quick, nigga. I've never seen so much Casa Azul in my fucking life. I don't even think I saw someone purchase that bottle before COVID.
Bro, that was our when they had the riots in LA, that was our version of that. Like that was our, you feel me? Like nigga,
that was our Rodney King.
Yeah, that was our time when we just got to live it the fuck up for for a good year or two. You feel me? Like, and it is what it is.
That George Floyd shit was terrifying though. That couple weeks I was in the valley with my bitch chilling. Bro, I was not in LA.
Man, even to this day, all that shit is terrifying. Getting pulled over by the police is terrifying. Nigga. Like I ain't gonna lie, like it's just, and it's fucked up because I done got so numb to seeing that shit. It just be like, damn, another nigga got killed by the police. Like, you feel me? I just hope it's not me next type shit. Like, and that's the fucking worst part of it.
An unfortunate ass reality.
Yeah. Shit, that should be like, you feel me? You don't, they supposed to protect and serve, but like you, as a nigga getting pulled over by the police, you for sure don't be thinking like, oh, they're protecting me. Like, nigga, they finna try to catch a body so they go brag about that shit to their other cop partners.
Mm-hmm. Caught this coon on the 110.
Man.
He was stuck in traffic. Man. I knew I had time to grab him.
Kill a nigga right there and don't get nothing. They be on leave and on vacation, still getting paid on paid leave. That's the fucked up part.
Tragic as fuck.
That shit cold, bro. But
have you had any like close encounters with the police out here?
What? I've been getting pulled over since I was a little kid, bro. I was a little nigga in the car with my pops, and we was in Torrance. And if anybody know about LA, you know Torrance PD is the worst. If you watch the fucking NWA movie, you know about Torrance PD. You feel me? Torrance PD is one of the worst police departments we got out here. You feel me? And nigga, we was in Torrance riding in the whip, and I'm laid back in the car. Mind you, I'm a little kid. I'm probably like 12 or some shit. I'm laid back in the car in the front seat, but I got the seat leaned all the way back, and my pop's driving. The police pull us over. They come to the car, you feel me, thirsty. They talking about, why am I leaning back? Like I'm hiding from the police. I'm a little kid. And that was like one of the first times when I realized, like, damn, like they not here to help me. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I looked at it. Like, so I grew up, I would be getting bumped up, shit, pulled over, let a nigga go, search my car, all this type of shit. This before I'm learning my laws and shit and learning what they can and can't do, you know what I'm saying? But they pull a nigga out the car. You know how it is. You're a young nigga, you get pulled over, you scared as fuck. Like, you know,
especially with you being educated on how shit work. Bro. You're just kind of like at the mercy, whatever.
What the fuck? You gonna let them do whatever the fuck? Cause you ain't trying to make shit worse. You feel me? So it's like, nigga, I remember being in the car with homies and shit and getting pulled over in Compton and by the beach and it's everywhere. But that shit just, you know what I'm saying? I used to hanging out, they pulling up, hopping out the car on us like we did something. Niggas ain't doing nothing but standing there chilling, smoking. Talking.
Jesus Christ.
They hopping out like we did something. Like they just trying to break up the, you know,
the loitering.
Yeah, you know how it is, bro.
Too many Negroes congregating in one spot. That's never a good thing. It is,
man. I grew up in Westmont. So if you feel me,
where's that in reference to LA? Sorry, I'm from Dago.
It's South Central. So it's just a part of South Central. It's a district in South Central. Just like you would say, like how Nipsey from Crenshaw District.
Okay.
This is the Westmont District where I grew up at. You feel me? It's a part of LA. It's a part of South Central. Yeah,
my geographic map is like really fucked up. Like I know Baldwin Hills. That's where my daddy
from. It's by like Gardena.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's like by That's probably like one of the closest cities that I could. You know what I'm saying? Gardena or Inglewood.
See, I'm right next to USC, so I'm right at the border of like the 10 and the 110.
So that's still South Central. That's still LA.
Okay.
Well, that's South Central. I mean, because it's by USC, you know.
Yeah,
but
I'm right next to the Hoovers.
Towards the 10, you start going to West LA and shit like that.
Not for sure. If you had $1 million right now, would you live in LA?
Yeah.
What makes you want to stay? You wouldn't be afraid of being known having money in your own city?
Nah. I'm not that type of nigga. I don't bring negative attention. Like if I got any ops right now, I don't know about them. Oh God.
And that's a beautiful feeling,
you
bro.
Feel me? Like I don't know about them. If niggas mad at me, they ain't saying nothing to me. And that's one thing that I always pride myself on. If I ever had any problems when I'm out in public, I'm never like, because I don't like to look over my shoulder. You feel me? So it's like, shit, that's the reason why I didn't gangbang growing up, because I didn't want to look over my shoulder. You feel me? So it's like, I hang out with all y'all niggas, but at the end of the day, I still can go home and I ain't got to worry about that shit because I want to squash the beef right now. Like, I'm not trying to be worried about this shit for the next 7 days, like, damn, am I gonna run into this shit? Am I gonna have to squabble? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to shoot this shit. I don't want that. We beefing. Let's get this shit over right now. What we doing? We fighting. We shooting. What we doing? You feel me? Like, that's what I'm on. So it's like, if I got any problems, I wouldn't know about them because my mind not on that. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? Nigga trying to succeed. I've got people to feed and shit. So, like, if I get into some shit, then we on that right now. It ain't no lingering nothing. You know what I'm saying? So, shit, yeah.
You're wise beyond your years, brother. I just gotta give you that now. Like,
No,
you have a lot of foresight. You seem to move with a lot of tact and thought.
I'm telling you, I told you who the Bible was, man. The marathon, man. You know what's going on. This nigga taught me a lot for sure.
What is something you would tell like the next generation? Like, say you find a 14-year-old nigga and you're like, yo, he cold. He don't gangbang yet. Just started smoking weed. Wet behind the ears, a blank canvas, but you see a lot of potential in him. What advice would you say for your like experience? Not even anything too profound, just to steer him in the right direction.
Be yourself. Be you. Don't worry about what the next nigga doing. Don't try to copy nobody. Don't try to be authentic. That's where your power is at, and that's what a lot of people don't know. Is our power lies in being an individual. You are yourself. You are you. You the only you that's on this motherfucking earth. So
Facts.
Use that to your ability. Whatever that is that makes you, use that and enhance it as much as you can until you can make money off that shit. And now you got a job.
Talk to him, nigga. Hey, what do you have coming out? Let the people know what you're working on. I might already heard a little something, but
yeah, for sure. Look, so I just dropped Do Better, my single off my new project coming
Banger.
up. One of them ones, my project, my EP. I'm finna drop it. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I ain't even posted. I ain't told nobody yet, but I'm dropping on the 28th. What's that, in like 2 weeks, I think?
Yeah, it'll be about a week by the time I drop this.
Yep, okay, so I'm in like a week. Y'all gonna see it, one of them ones. Yeah, shit, new project. It's my best music I've made thus far, no cap. And I'm not saying that it's cliche to say some shit like that, of course, because this is my most recent music. Well, it's not actually. I got newer shit, but this is the best shit that it's a well-rounded project. I got shit for the ladies. I got shit for the ass shakers. I got shit for the money makers. I got shit for the, you feel me? I got shit. I tried to really, I do that every time I make a project. I try to make it well-rounded to where everybody, but I've never really made too much music for females. So now I start tapping into my more female fan base and making music that can talk to them. You feel me?
Yeah, because concerts can only be so fun if there's no hoes, bro.
You feel me? Like
I even if you had a packed room, say you saw 500 people, you saw the Roxy.
I had to think about
all
that. All
niggas, you're gonna be like,
yeah, you're gonna be looking like, you feel me? Then it's gonna be all rowdy in there and shit. Like, and like I said, I watch a lot of interviews and shit. I watch a lot of YouTube just to study and shit. And I don't know if it was, I think it was Drake. Bro said I record music, and when I'm recording music, I think of the songs that I want to perform. Like, I think what songs are going to be fun to perform. And I had to think about that, like, damn, that's true. Like, sometimes you're going to use the music as a diary, as a blank canvas to really talk about your shit, your feelings or whatever. Sometimes,
but that doesn't necessarily translate to the best live song.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's like, you can't do every song like that. Every song can't be about you or about your feelings. Like, some shit got to be relatable to the average person or the whoever you're trying to speak to, so that when you do go perform that motherfucker, you can have the crowd going crazy because they all feel what you're saying. It's not just about you. You know what I'm saying? So I start, tapping into that as far as the creative process go, just because I want to rock a fucking arena, bro. Like, I want to, I want a hit song. Like, I want multiple hit songs, but I just want that feeling of having a hit song, being able to tour, being able to, feed other people, provide for other people, put other people in a position and shit like that.
Bro, that's beautiful. And I think you might have one on this shit.
Think so too, man.
How many videos
you got to hear it? So you telling me what you think. You got to hear it. So shit.
I think there's a song, without saying too much,
mm-hmm.
if the video is done well,
mm-hmm.
and you TikTok the fuck out of this, because I hate it, but that's how things blow up now.
Man, that's the crazy part.
I was just talking to another podcast who was leaving here earlier today. You know, it takes me about an hour and a half to like 2 hours to make a reel.
On Instagram?
Yeah,
or on TikTok.
On TikTok.
That's crazy.
Bro, I'm not good at it.
I did that. I made 2 driving here. No cap.
Weird flex, but okay. The fuck?
No cap, I ain't gonna lie. And what's crazy is my barber, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my barber, he not older at all. He like a little bit older than me, like a couple more years older than me and shit. But he don't really fuck with social media like that. Well, he got social media, but he don't post his work on social media. And I'm like, bro, like, why? Like, it's niggas out here that literally stream while they barbering, like while they cutting hair. They post the cut. They post them preparing for the cut. They post the shit they go buy to cut.
The before, the after.
It's all free content. You don't have to go pay no. You gotta set up cameras and like how we gotta go shoot videos and nigga, you can do all of that for free. No cap. And you got 2 phones. You can do all that for free, and you could be making money while you making money. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't even bro. He said the same shit you said. He like, bro, it take me. I don't know how to work the reels. He started making me fucking mad. I'm sitting in the chair talking to him. I'm like, bro, all you gotta do is figure it out. Just sit there a little bit, figure it out. Because it's not hard, my nigga. I'm not no fucking, I'm smarter than the average motherfucker, but I ain't no rocket scientist to where I know how to. I'm not doing nothing special.
It be the little shit, bro. Like, say I have a rapper here and he's smoking a 3.5 wood, and then I had to edit the cherry of the wood so that it don't get flagged immediately. It be shit like that be killing me, bro. Like the actual structuring, but no, it's once I render it and upload it and try to boost it with promotion.
But see, you doing it, you really editing your shit though, so that's why yours take longer. My boy, he just don't want to learn the shit. You feel me? He
just give less of a fuck.
He like.
Nigga could do a 360 around the chair.
But look, he's so
put
funny.
Some Rob 49 at the back.
He's so funny though. He's so funny. After he cut my shit, he tried to record my shit to like fake like he was gonna start doing it. I'm like, bro, all right.
You're like, nigga, if you gonna do it for yourself.
Right? Yeah, like don't do it because I'm talking shit. But like, whatever, man. You can't,
You got any shows coming up?
Nah, I don't have none right now. I'm booking everything just for my current rollout. So I should have something coming up real soon. I'm real selective. That's crazy. Like how you said about the features and shit like that. I'm real selective on the shows I do because like I said, I want my shit to be big. I don't want to just be, and I don't knock it or nothing, but I don't want to just be that artist that you've seen at every little bar, every other weekend performing my shit. Like, and it's like I said, there's nothing wrong with that, but I just don't move like that when it comes to my brand. So I probably did like 4 shows since I've been rapping this whole time, no cap. But they all was like, I ain't gonna say there was no big shows, but I had a nice sized crowd, and it was an opportunity.
No rinky dink shit.
Yeah, it was no bullshit.
Fuck, keep me posted on the next one. I'll have the camera crew come out. It's gonna be a movie
for sure. No, for sure.
I gotta go drive to San Diego tomorrow. I'm shooting with Greedo.
Oh yeah, that's hard. Yeah, he got a show out there.
He got a show out there at like 9 p.m. Then I got to double back up here. I'm looking at my nigga HBK Jachi for his show in Santa Ana.
Okay.
I'm gonna be road running, but I'm definitely happy I was able to get this shit in before.
Yeah, I appreciate you, bro. I fuck with it. I fuck with your platform.
Thank you, man. It means a lot. I got a merch package for you on the way.
For sure.
Where can they find you, bro? Let the niggas know.
K John's the motherfucking general. That ain't the shit. K John's the general. THA. It's not THE. That's my handle on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. You can find me on Apple Music and Spotify at K Johns, K space JOHN. Don't forget the S. It's Johns, not John. A lot of people say K John, and it's like they think the S is like, I don't know what the fuck. Like it's K Johns, like Johns. Like, you got some bitches coming through some Johns, like, yeah, like I got Johns, like I'm K and I got Johns, but yeah, K Johns the general, man. I appreciate you for having me, bro.
Thank you for coming.
You already know.
This has been another episode of Colorblind Conversations. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that good shit. If you stayed till the end, please let me know what you think. What was the best part of the interview? Let me know who you want next. And we are out.
Gang, gang.
Yeah.